Welcome back to the Birdies and Bourbon Show. Dan,
Yeah.
allegedly, it's our last show of the year.
Oh
I,
yeah.
I, I don't know how I feel about this.
Well, what happens if Tiger Woods wants to play golf again? What? Who? What? Whoa!
Whoa. In
Whoa!
breaking news,
Break.
we will be discussing the PNC Father and Son Championship. We're also going to talk a little bit about the Ryder Cup. Q School just finished. We've got
Hmm.
six. I would say we've got six new PGA Tour card holders, but that wouldn't be accurate. That would be a false statement because, well, I'll get there. And we got a new deal signed. We're going to talk a little showdown.
Mm-hmm.
But before we get into all that, Dan,
Mm-hmm.
you know, I'm still enjoying my Chatham County line. I,
Oh.
I should, you know, I should have saved it. I should have saved the smoke for the
Mm-hmm.
effects on the show. If you're just
Mm-hmm.
listening, you wouldn't catch the effects of the smoke on the show. But if you
Mm-hmm.
were to happen your way over to YouTube,
Mm-hmm.
you definitely would be able to see that. Next time. That's goals for 2025.
That's right.
Drink more Chatham County lines.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. There you go.
So just what the doctor ordered. Okay. In breaking news, Dan,
Yep.
one Bryson DeChambeau. You may know him as the captain of the Crushers. He's inked a new deal. There's a new player in the golf apparel world. Well, that's also not a true story because it is not a new player. He inked a deal with Reebok. I mean, did you know Reebok was in the golf industry? I didn't know they were.
I didn't know.
Well, they are, and their shoes are ugly as fuck. Not anything attractive about them. And so allegedly, Reebok has a rich history in the golf world. So it states on their website.
Exactly.
Do you know who they're do you know, I've never seen a pair of Reebok golf shoes, by the way.
No.
Do you know who their brand trivia question for the day? Who
Okay.
was Reebok's global brand ambassador in 1980?
Mm. 1980.
Let me think if I could
Uh,
give you let me think if I could give you a hint, not give it away. A very controversial figure as of the past 3 or 4 years due to a due to an uprising
mhm.
in the professional golf leags.
Oh, Greg Norman.
Yes, Greg, no, the
I
Aussie,
did not
the
know this.
Aussie. I didn't know it, nor did I, nor did I. But I find it interesting that they went because Greg Norman, even back in the day, I mean, not that I would have known what was going on in 1980, but I mean, he's always been quite the controversial figure.
Yeah.
I think he's always had the attitude. I mean, like when you think of Reebok,
Rebrock.
when you
Him
think of
too.
Reebok, I mean, I think about like my granny wearing those
Mm-hmm.
old white high tops with the Velcro on them. Like that. That's what
Mm-hmm.
I think about when I think of Reebok.
Yeah.
I don't think about badasses like the Shark walking around in his Speedo and
Mm.
and his Reeboks on.
Me either.
And here they go changing the game, and they've signed Bryson DeChambeau. Really? Away from Puma?
I know.
Well, was he? Well, hold on. But he might have gotten away from Puma when he went. 'Cause I think he was wearing FootJoys when he went over to live. I think Puma may have dumped him because
Oh,
he's no longer wearing the little what's the little? You're a hat guy. What's the little hat called that the little the Hogan hat?
yeah, the Hogan hat. Yeah. Yeah.
He's not. I haven't seen him in one of those in forever.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, he's nothing but the Crusher ball cap
Mm.
and foot joys. So is this the first?
Payne Stewart hat.
Yeah, the stew. Yeah,
The
the
stew.
stew. The
The
stew.
stew. Hmm.
Is this the first? I mean, would you consider Reebok a major player in sporting apparel?
Absolutely not.
Well,
But
they're
but but
well they're
but
changing
but
things.
I haven't watched the CW in a while, So
That's also a good point. Well, they're changing things now. That change is going to come. I'll tell you. Kind of like it's kind yeah, it's kind of like getting hit by a snowplow. I mean they're going full bore on this baby. Um, no, so is this the first? I'm going to call it a major. Don't let the facts get in the
this
way of
is
a
what
good story.
happens when Malbon
Don't
doesn't call back.
don't don't let the facts get in the way of a good. I mean, think about it. We've got Malbon, we've got Reebok, but what I think's interesting about the whole Reebok scenario is is this the first? Again, for conversation's sake, I'm going to call them a major brand, a major player in sporting apparel. Um, this is the first signing, the first sponsorship that I'm aware of that a live player has gotten since live started.
Yeah, it's
I
been
mean,
one of the only ones. Yeah,
I
yeah,
can't name anything. I mean, I know they've got their teams and not, but the Reebok gear is going to be Crusher logo now. So I mean, is that a good move?
hey, it's a start. Did the shark go like dusting through like old contracts and like this guy here, he was my man.
I love it when you do the Australian accent. And what was that? That was like an emphysema um,
Yeah,
guy from Alabama.
that's
I
what I
don't
was
know if
going
that
for.
was
That's what I was
okay.
going
Well,
for.
it's
Yeah,
working. It's
the
working.
shark is from Alabama. Starts with an A.
If you can do the rest of the show like that, that'd be great. So
What
I
does
mean,
our AI thinks?
it's, oh, I don't know. Let me see. Oh, by the way, we are playing with some. So
Dan does shitty
uh,
Australian Alabama.
let's see. So we Dan, you may not know this.
Yeah,
If you'd have read the show, if you read the lead sheets,
lead sheets.
you might have gotten some ideas. Let's see. But we may have a consultant in our midst, and I'm not talking about the AI companion that we
Mm,
allegedly maybe or may not be using. I'm talking about I mean a real guru.
that's
I
right.
mean, the kind of person when it's like, I want to take it to the next level. I want to
Hmm.
take it from a fake podcast to a not so fake podcast, just kind of a
Hmm.
fake podcast, like that kind
Hmm.
of consultant.
Yeah, exactly.
So the consultant recommended using an AI companion tool. So let's see. Where would you like for me to say? So Cal and Dan discuss. Let me breeze through here. Where's the? I didn't even talk about the accent. Well, this sucks.
No, come on.
Oh, come on. How
It
did
was
you
a
not?
damn good
That
accent.
was the best part. Was the like the fake Australian accent. I don't know how I didn't pick that up. Maybe you got to do it. Maybe it wasn't enough. Maybe
Okay.
we need more.
Need
Like
more.
like when Greg calls Bryson. What's he saying to him about Reebok? A ring, a ring.
Bryson,
Hello.
Bryson, it's shock.
Hold on. Is this Gary Player impersonating
I'm gonna
Greg
miss my
Norman?
plane.
Is this Gary Player impersonating Greg? Are you doing an impersonation of Gary Player impersonating Greg Norman? That's what I want to know.
Yes,
Because
I am.
if you were, you friggin' nailed that one. I mean, that was good, boy. That was real good. Real good.
Yeah, exactly. No, this Reebok thing, I mean, it could be big, right? It could be big.
Could
Yeah.
it?
Yeah. I
Could
mean,
it?
hey, you never know. You never know.
I mean, good on him, I guess. Good
All
on
right, so
Bryson.
so so Bryson is like the new Ricky Fowler, right? I mean, he is king of YouTube, social media. He's out there doing his thing with Tom Brady and all this stuff, right? And if we're going to get into the showdown tomorrow and all that kind of stuff. But if you're
Well, we're gonna get in the
if you're,
showdown today. That's gonna be happening tomorrow.
well, it depends on how long it goes. I'm ready to go. I packed a lunch, but
Oh,
okay.
did you?
Oh yeah.
Hey, I packed a bottle.
If you're 10 years old, you have no idea who Reebok is.
True story. Yeah, I'm absolutely.
So if he's appealing to the youth, they're like, look at this new brand.
Now let me say so let me peel this back for you a little bit. Now I did look at the shoes by the way, and they're not very attractive.
Hmm.
I mean the shirts and stuff that they showed. I mean it was pretty benign. Nothing to
Yeah.
nothing that's gonna wow you. Wow, look at that.
Wow. Yeah.
Um, so I agree. If you're 10, you don't know. But Reebok had the pump, right? Wasn't that the folks that
They
did the pump
did,
shoe? Was
yeah. I used to
Shaq?
have some of
What's
those
Shaq?
things.
I
Yeah,
had
I
some.
have.
I mean, I ain't worth a shit at basketball,
No,
but
neither. It was terrible.
I mean, when I put those pumps
I
on,
think I had
pumped them
pump
up.
like baseball cleats too.
No, you probably. I heard
I
you were a
did.
big
I did.
left-handed
I had
lumber
high
back in
top.
the
Yeah, I
day.
did. I remember
Heard
those
you were
things.
throwing the heater.
Yeah.
Um, I mean, they've got some presence with some big name people. I don't know that I've seen them in. I don't. I mean, like when I think of Reebok, I think of like tennis,
Right.
but I don't think I've seen them. I don't know anybody wearing Reebok
Right.
at a tennis tournament. You're a big tennis fan. You ever
No, I mean, you know what's funny in tennis right now? It's like it's Nike with Nadal.
on
It's
running?
Lacoste. It's on running. It's New Balance with Coco and all them. So I haven't seen Reebok in a while. Yeah.
So what do you? I mean, they're sitting around the boardroom and they're like, well. We got these marketing dollars we got to get rid of. We need a brand ambassador.
That's right.
What do you feel about Bryson DeChambeau? I don't.
I mean,
Is he it? Okay, outside of Tiger Woods, is Bryson DeChambeau the biggest name in golf right now?
I'm gonna put him on the top five.
Top
That's
five.
fine.
Okay, so
Tiger, Rory,
Tiger, Rory.
Scotty. I feel like it's a Waffle House sweater. It's Tiger, Rory, Scotty.
I feel like a Waffle House waitress.
And then uh, who else? Who else?
Bryson?
Bryson and
No, that's the five. That's right.
that's the five.
Tiger, Scotty, Rory.
And
Who else
Bryson.
did you say? And Bryson. Well, that's four.
Four.
That's
Oh, yeah, yeah,
almost
yeah,
five.
yeah.
So who's the fifth? I mean, is there a fifth?
If you
I
had
mean,
to go number five, who's number five?
oh, g'day, mate. Let's throw another shrimp on the barbie.
Yeah, it's
Well,
probably yeah,
it's not Greg Norman.
not Greg Norman. No.
I don't know who it would be.
Hmm.
I mean, said Bucky still? Is Bucky still the guy?
I mean, I don't think so.
I
I
don't
don't
either.
think so. Mm-mm.
I don't either.
So
I mean, is golf losing its identity?
yes, yes, it
Well,
is.
let me reframe. Has golf lost its identity?
Yes, yes, it has. Yes. Oh, the fifth one. I know who it is. It's Jay Monahan.
It's Jay Monahan. By the way, hey Reebok, we're always up. We're always up for some cool swag. Not that your swag's cool, but if you'd like an opportunity to sponsor the show, yeah, drop us an email.
Exactly.
We'll be happy to wear your Reebok shoe. I didn't even see a slogan for those. They'll just do it or enjoy the walk or yeah, I don't know where they're heading with this.
Yeah,
I
it's kind of
I,
weird.
I thought it was very strange that
Okay.
they're going
Can we do predictions?
how many rounds is he gonna get in a pair of Reebok golf shoes before a blowout?
Yeah, let's do that one first. But
Two,
yeah,
two.
two. There you go, two. No, but like we're on the subject, right? We got the showdown coming tomorrow. It's the first time that we've had the PGA and Live kind of do something like this off.
I think so.
So, are we getting closer? Do we have a soft landing in sight? There's no such thing as a soft landing. We've hit rock bottom, but is there a soft landing in sight? Could Jay sell a soft landing of golf coming together and healing here?
It's kind of like getting mowed over by a
Yeah,
snowplow.
yeah.
Um, no, I don't think there's a soft landing on its way. I think that I mean, yes, okay, so this is the first time that we're going to see the interaction.
Yeah.
And you've paired two of who we thought on the record we thought that they legitimately hated each other
Hmm.
in Bryson and Brooks Koepka.
It was the best wrestling move ever for golf.
It was. So I guess let's. It's a great segue, Dan.
Hmm.
That's why you're
Hmm.
pro. This AI thing's working.
It is
I can
working.
tell
I
it's
could
got
do
the
it.
bot tuned up.
Yeah, exactly.
So
It's got me on my heels.
it does have, yeah. Pull your hat down, boy. This is gonna blow your hair back. Okay. So we talked about Greg Norman. He's out. He's out of Live.
That's right.
All right.
Hmm.
Do you know who his alleged replacement is going to be? And it's not Jay Monahan, as much as you
I
want it to
don't.
be.
I don't know who it is. I don't know who it is. It.
Well, I'm gonna say the name,
Yeah.
and then I want you to give me the first thing that pops into your mind.
Okay.
Scott O'Neill.
Agent?
Wrong.
Sounds like an agent name.
Well, I guess he could be. Maybe that's not what he is. He's widely renowned for.
Okay.
And it's hard to. He's a good Mormon man.
That's
Man,
not,
man
that's not
of.
Rick, that's not Ricky Fowler's agent? That
That's
kid.
not.
That
That's
kid.
not. That's not real. Well, it could be. I
I'll
don't
tell you
know.
what, Rick, we're gonna get you this Reebok stuff, bud.
He's a big. Ooh, hold on. Was that Gary Player doing Greg Norman again? I feel like you've nailed this. This is the fans are going to be asking for more of this. That's all I can say. I'm asking for more. Who knew the bot had all these different voices? We love these. So Scott O'Neill, I guess he's an executive in the professional golf or in the professional sports world.
Okay.
He's worked for the NHL, the NBA, the NFL, and now and Reebok, and now he he's coming over to live.
Oh,
But
nice.
it didn't look like he had any golf experience. So I think it's I don't know if interesting is the right word.
Well, then he found the right league.
Exactly. I mean, it's not even a real golf league. I would 36 holes, and I mean, there's all kinds of things happening. I get 54 holes. Sorry,
Yeah.
shotgun starts. I mean, next thing you know, there'll be yeah. I feel like there'll
100,
be shut
$150 a pop for a top golf ticket.
for a top golf ticket.
TGL.
Scott O'Neill. I don't know. I'd be interested. If you know who Scott O'Neill is, leave a comment. Just yes or no. I would be interested to see how many people know who Scott O'Neill is. Never heard of the guy. Well,
No.
now if you're a Mormon, you definitely know who he is. He's big in the LDS.
Hmm.
That's hey, it's not a religious show. It's just it's on his wiki. Go look at his wiki, and that's 90% of the content is going down that path. I don't know. I mean, I'm like, do you know who you just signed up to work for? Allegedly? I
Hmm.
mean, I don't. I say it seems a little fishy to me
A
that
little fishy.
that's a path that he's going to work for the Saudis.
Yeah. Mm.
Or to your point, are we closer than anybody's mentioned? We're only a year behind, by the way. And this time last year, if you go and listen to last year's show, we're talking about the deal. I don't know if it should have been done by now, but very close.
Yeah.
Definitely going to be done by January, December 31st. And we've made no advancements.
No, we haven't.
I shouldn't say no advancements. Somebody dropped their Sergio. He dropped all of his lawsuits, so he
Actually, we
could.
have made advancements. Half of the negotiators quit. Well, they always quit. The little quitters. Look at the little quitters.
They quit, little quitters. Hmm. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, what was his name? What was the guy down there, Seminole? Jimmy Dunn. He quit.
Jimmy Dunn.
He
Jimmy Dunn.
quit, and somebody
Jimmy
else
Dunn.
quit, and
No,
yeah, they're all quit.
when billionaires are interested and they show up and it's like a Diddy party. It's
It's
like
like, oh my
I'm not going
gosh,
to be able to hang around this. I'm gonna have to go ahead and leave now because there's way too much baby oil in the room.
that's true. That's true. I'm not
And
DJ.
I'm a big fan of baby oil.
That's right.
You are not DJ. You are not DJ. You're gonna grow your beard out. If you grow your beard out and you do your Gary Player impersonation of Greg Norman, I feel like that. I feel like that's what the show's missing. I
That's
feel like
right.
it could really take off. So let's
All right.
let's talk about this showdown and let's
All
talk
right.
about Liv
Okay.
teeing it up with the PGA. I mean, maybe the two biggest stars in Live Golf, in Brooks
Yeah.
Koepka and Bryson DeChambeau,
Oh yeah.
and maybe the two biggest stars on the PGA Tour in one Scottie Scheffler and Rory McIlroy.
Hmm.
So they're playing at Shadow Creek again? Which, by the way, probably should have played Shadow Creek while I was in
You were
Vegas.
just there. You were
I was
just
just
there.
there. I was just there. But well, the good news is
Did you text Rory? Tell him it looks playing a little
I
fast.
I didn't, but the good news is in my professional career, we got an advance and we got another trip coming up. So
Nice. Nice.
I'm feeling good about this. Now, So they've been showing some clips of these golfers, and the four that
Was
I
it
just
cold out
mentioned.
there? Because they look like all bundled up.
It was not warm. I
Really?
played
Okay.
I played in a hoodie I had long
Okay.
pants and a hoodie all day. Yeah.
All
So,
right.
is in the morning it's chilly. It was probably I mean, it was kind of like here. It wasn't horrible, wasn't uncontrollable. And as long as if the sun wasn't out and the wind was blowing, that'd have been a sit out kind of thing. But the fact that the sun was out and there was no wind, quite pleasant, quite pleasant.
Hmm.
So they're on the range and they're dicking around, doing whatever. They got some folks, chumming it up out there. And Rory says, paraphrasing, but he says something to the effect of, "Oh, I hope I get to play a few holes against Bryson." I don't know how they're making the draws for these things. I thought it was 2v2, but said because he would like to get him back for what he did to him at the U.S. Open. And then there's a chuckle, 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 and then Bryson says, yeah, I think you pretty much did that to yourself." I mean,
Oh,
I guess shots fired, or is this the handiwork of hey, let's look at what wrestling's done and let's script this thing.
mm, mm.
Do you think it's
Uh,
scripted? Do you think that came up organically on the range, all mic'd up, or do you think that they had some show notes?
I think they probably had some show notes, and I would really encourage the PGA. Didn't they make like how much billions did they make this last year? Could they hire Jeff Ross to write some jokes for him or something?
Could,
Yeah,
could.
yeah.
Well, yeah. I mean, what about Spike?
Spike, yes.
Isn't Spike
Spike's a
a
writer.
joke
Yeah,
writer?
that's right. Yeah.
I mean, probably contributor to allegedly what could be one of the most influential and highly renowned sitcoms of all time.
Yeah, I should probably write him and ask him to give who would you give jokes to? Oh, Scotty needs them the most, right?
Scotty needs them.
Scotty needs them the
Scotty
most.
needs them. I mean,
Yeah.
Bryson's not going to read the fucking jokes. He ain't. It just ain't going to
He's
happen.
too cool for shoe.
Too
Yeah.
cool,
Yeah. Yeah.
real cool. And but now Bryson might. I mean, I feel like Bryson. I feel like whoever his PR person is. I feel like they've got him where they want him.
Hmm.
Is what I feel like.
Hmm.
And I feel like he's complying.
I do. I agree.
All right, so let's. So are you going to watch the Showdown? It's tomorrow
What
night.
time is it? Tomorrow night?
Tomorrow night, 6 p.m.
Well,
6 p.m. Eastern. And
let's see
I
if I
mean,
lost all my money last weekend in
well,
football.
that's I was just getting ready to say. I think there's an opportunity to put a little wager on this little.
I lost a lot yesterday, I can tell you that.
Did you? What'd you lose money on yesterday?
Oh, the Dolphins.
Go ahead and tell me. Let it out, Dan. This is a safe space.
Oh,
No,
well.
nobody even listens to the show. It's fine.
I
They'll never
think
even know
Tua is
what's
the
happening.
worst quarterback in the league.
Really?
Yeah, it's terrible.
Now, I did advance. Well, technically, I haven't advanced because we got a Monday night game, but the stars have aligned, and if everything plays out as AI is suggesting, I will advance in the fantasy football competition that I'm engaged in.
Mhm.
Let's see. All right. So we got Desham Boo Boo and Cupcake plus 125. I mean, do we just take the plus number, right?
Sure. Yeah.
I'm taking the plus number. And you need to win some money back. I feel
I
like this
do.
is I feel like taking candy from a baby right here.
All right.
Done. And then I don't see any special they do have some whole group winners. I'm not interested to lead first, whole winner. Ooh, there's some birdie or
No,
betters
it's
down
in
here.
it's not in my state, it's in your state, you bastard.
What you can't get it? You can't get the
Mm-mm.
showdown?
Mm-mm.
Hmm.
Nope.
Well,
Arizona, Colorado, Tennessee's one of them. Yeah.
yeah. Well, if I win, I'll split it with you because
Okay, there you
I know
go.
your heart's in the right place.
That's right.
Let's see. What is this asking? Dry birdie or better? Yes. Bryson DeChambeau, Kepka, birdie or better on hole number one. Negative, negative. Birdie or better on hole number three. This is a plus number. I don't know if I like those. I don't know if I like those bets. I'm just taking I'm taking the Live Boys, the Live Boys taking the PGA boys out behind the woodshed.
There you go.
Plus 125. What's that? $500. What's that? I mean that'll buy me a new pair of Reeboks
There you
if they pull
go.
that off. Pull that
Yeah.
off.
New pair of Reeboks.
I mean if they send them to me, if they send them, if we
Somebody
bring
get Ben Affleck on the phone.
listen, if Reebok decides to sponsor the show, we're gonna have to get a foot cam.
Yeah.
And you know what? The good thing about the foot cam is Dixie will be laying down there by my feet. It'll show how dog friendly we are on the. I think this is going to be a great thing. I feel like we got somewhere to go here, Reebok.
Yeah, I
Not
do
that
too.
I mean, True Linkswear, you've been good to me. So if you'd like to counter offer, we're prepared. If you'd like to
Mm-hmm.
counter,
Mm-hmm.
we got to get the first offer first. So has the notice it's not the match,
Not the
which
match.
I don't really know why it's not the match. That's a little I didn't see any reason as to why it was. I mean, because was it Capital One or was it Check? Yeah, Capital One, right? The match.
Mm-hmm. Maybe it's
So,
maybe Phil stepped in. He owns it or something.
ooh, could be. Said I want those user rights to the images.
Hmm.
So you think you're gonna watch?
Yeah, I'll watch. Yeah, of course I will.
Mm. Sounds like we'll be on live tomorrow night talking about the showdown.
Oh, Showdown.
What else has happened? I don't know. I've lost interest. Not even not it's I mean they've deflated
Really?
this
Yeah.
thing. I mean I'll probably watch it. What else am I going to do other than sit around and drink and watch golf tomorrow at six
Nothing.
o'clock? Right.
Nothing.
Exactly. I mean Landman's not on.
Landman's it can be. Play it
Already
again,
watched
Sam.
already watched this week's
Play it
episode. I
again,
mean,
Sam.
why would I do that? We'll get into that in a minute. Let's see. What else is going on in the golf
I got you
world?
this. I got you this for Christmas.
Oh, oh boy. Oh boy. So, when this says Hill got billed,
Yeah.
I don't, what's the Hill reference? I don't know if I get this.
Chapel
Oh,
Hill.
the Tar Heels?
Tar Heels. Chapel Hill Tar
Chapel
Heels.
Hill?
The Chapel Hill Dip. Chapel Hill Tar Heels got Bill.
So
Yeah.
this is his sweatshirt with the cutoff sleeves.
Yeah, it's just a t-shirt. But yeah, close enough. Yeah.
Do you think he's going to be able to rock this his normal? Do you think that's in his contract that he's going to wear the cutoff sweatshirt?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. All
Mm-hmm.
right. All
Mm-hmm.
right. What about little Miss Young thing? You think he got her a roster on the cheerleading squad? I
I
mean,
think so. I think he's bringing his whole entourage with him, apparently.
yeah, did he bring in like his son or brother
Yep.
or
Yep.
nephew or somebody?
He's got
The whole
family
crew.
coming. He's got everybody. He'll get the whole crew coming.
The whole
Yeah.
crew. Hmm. Where do you think where's he gonna live at? Like where if you're in a celebrity, would you say he's in a celebrity status? It's what you would call it,
Gosh, yeah,
right?
of course he is. He's like the most popular coach of all time.
We'll have to ask Perky if he's seen him down by the
That's right.
breakers,
That's
see if
right.
he's dropping any hints. Where would you live if you're a celebrity coach
In
in the Chapel Hill in the Triangle area?
Yeah, I think it's called like I don't live in Chapel Hill, but I think it's called the Governor's Village or something like that over there.
Mm,
It's a golf course community. That's where he's probably gonna live. Yeah.
yeah, okay, all right.
Yeah.
What I mean, what is this? What so since the nil is in place? By the way, it ain't called pigskins and Peronis. It's still birdies and bourbon, but slow week in the golf biz. Do you think it's like is Chapel Hill? Are they going to explode? Are the Tar Heels going to be the next best thing? Does their football team become the legacy that their basketball team has with this coach? Because with Neil, like the days of having to go get players, I mean, you can get them legally now. You can just go buy those MFers. Like,
Oh yeah.
I mean, it's hey, I'm buying you, and
Oh yeah.
you're playing for me. I
Oh
mean,
yeah.
the boosters have got to be rolling,
Oh yeah. Oh
rolling.
yeah. He is. He's already said I'm creating a pipeline to the NFL.
I mean, now that pipeline is kind of short lived. I mean, he's no spring chicken.
Well, yeah,
But
yeah.
yeah, no, I think it's going to be interesting to see how that plays out. Hold on, back to
I
golf.
got some golf. I got some golf for you. You ready for it?
Well, let me hold
Okay,
on,
okay,
hold on,
okay.
hold
You
on,
go
hold on,
first. You
hold
go
on, hold
first.
on.
You
I
go.
got
You go
a
first.
couple
All right,
things,
all right.
the Ryder Cup
Okay.
2025.
You want to go there? Okay, let's go there. Yeah.
Did you hear what recently went down? So, well, let me set this up. Shame on me, Dan. Shame on me for not setting this up better.
Okay.
Players have been
Mm,
bitching and moaning
mm,
about playing in the Ryder Cup and not
mhm.
getting compensated. Now, not all of them, but several have been outspoken and said that we should be compensated. Well, you could just not accept the invitation to play in the Ryder Cup.
That's
Would
right.
show that would show what kind of a patriot, kind of
Yep.
real American you are.
Yep.
So anyway, so they've been squawking, and and the committee has approved. They've upped the ante. Do you know what the players got paid prior to this new deal?
Well, I understood that it was like a charity kind of thing.
Charity.
Yeah.
So the player got $200,000 to donate to the charity
Hmm.
of their preference.
Yep.
Well, 2025.
Yep.
This has been the and you gotta like I'm thinking like I'm like you've been hosing me all these years because what's going to happen in 2025 is they're going to get $500,000,
Mm.
300 of which is going to go to a charity of their choice. 200,000 is going to be considered a stipend.
Wow.
I mean, magically, what is that, 8 million bucks, give or take, that you just pulled out of fucking thin air?
Yeah.
Like, whoops, here's 8 million.
Wow.
So and I couldn't find how much money the Ryder Cup generates
Jeez.
or how much revenue the Ryder Cup generates, but
Man, oh, man.
yeah, lots of. I mean, is this are these changes? Are they gonna start to snowball? I mean, we've got Live against the PGA. We've got Reebok now sponsoring a Live team. We've got the Ryder Cup making a designation to we're just gonna give you your 200 grand and we're gonna throw in an extra hundo for the charity.
That's right.
Lots of changes.
Lots of changes.
Lots of
And,
changes.
and to think, I hadn't heard Patrick Cantlay's name in months until now.
Hmm.
He strikes again. Whooped him again, didn't we, Josie?
Whooped him again, Josie. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, good for them, I guess. I don't know. I mean,
I mean, do they?
does
I
this
mean, you know, yeah.
is this
This is
taken away from the spirit of the game?
this is
But
NIL. This is NIL.
is it taking away from the spirit of what the Ryder Cup is about?
So, how much do you think that this will be in 10 years? $1 million to the players,
I mean, I think it has to be, right? I mean,
right?
because you don't once you start, you don't stop.
You don't stop. This is it. The Ryder Cup is no longer about the spirit of that. It's going to become the next thing where it's like, oh, it's just leave it alone, guys. You ruin everything.
And
Athletes ruin everything.
I don't way to go. Way to go, you dumb jocks. So I mean, but that's the other side of this is like thinking about where does it stop? I don't know. If you're playing your way onto a Ryder Cup team,
You already made a lot of money.
you probably had a pretty good year. Now,
Yeah.
hey, I mean, you throw me an extra bone or two. Yes, of course, I'll take it. Um, so I don't know. I've got some mixed feelings about is this a good thing or a bad thing? I mean, I don't
Has anybody asked Rory if the European team's going to go ahead and just donate all of their stuff to charity anyway?
now see now that's a bold move right there, right? Because I think all the flights are covered, lodging's covered. I mean,
Yeah,
it's a I don't want to say a free trip because I mean they are using their brand to
yeah,
promote an event,
sure.
but yeah, I don't know. And it's like, hold on, you're only going to give me $200,000? Like that's all it's worth. I mean, is it from a player standpoint? Is that a smack? Is that a slap in the face to say to Scottie Scheffler, which he would never say this?
So I don't know. You're not prepared for this because we didn't really like read the lead sheets. But do players get paid to go to the All-Star game for in baseball?
No, I don't think so.
It's the same
I don't.
thing. They're there
I
for
don't. I
like
don't think.
they're there
I
for
don't
like
think
3 or
so.
4 days, aren't they?
Yeah, I don't think so. Not that I'm aware of anyway.
Or NBA All-Star game or Pro Bowl.
No, I don't. I don't think so. I mean, I think they get a. It's. I think the trip is comped,
Yeah, sure.
but I don't. But I don't think there's a. I don't think there's a
Hmm.
paycheck.
Well, they need Patrick Cantlay is what they need, and they get some hats too.
They would get fun. They get well. I mean, you especially get all the hats that he doesn't want to wear. So,
That's right.
I mean, all the hats you can. And he looks like he's got a pretty large head. So, I mean, I think would fit most.
Hey Patrick, what is your name of your charity? Hats for Africa.
Mm. By the way, PSA: this is not a political show.
No, if he doesn't like the hat, we'll just get us some kid in Africa.
But I'd love to go to Casablanca one day, just so you know.
Oh, I would too.
If anybody's thinking about, you know what, I need to take those guys on a trip.
Yep. Yep.
Casablanca.
Casablanca.
Play it again, Sam.
Yeah, that's right.
I'd be all over that. I don't know how I feel about this Ryder Cup thing. I don't think the 200 grand makes a real. I don't think the $200,000 makes a difference. I think that it's the fact that they're giving into this because I mean here, okay, now if you played your way on, I don't know, maybe there's something there, but if you were a captain's pick and you're getting a chance to come promote your brand and you're probably going to suck and lose anyway, like I don't know, I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing.
Well, you know what they're gonna start paying next.
Let's see. Uh,
Hey,
was
Scottie,
there
you're player of the year. How
was,
much do I get?
was there ever? Now I think he does get a little kicker for this one.
Well, he might as
It,
well.
is there any was there any doubt of who the player of the year was?
No, no.
Is should we go ahead and place a bet on who player of the year is going to be in 2025? I
Let's see.
think we can.
Let's see if it's out there.
If we can, I think that's a move right there. I mean, outside of him getting uh got to be careful what I say now that AI is listening. Don't
Mm,
want them don't want
I
them to
don't.
interpret this the
I
wrong
don't see
way.
it out there. I don't see it out there in DraftKings.
I didn't see it out there either. But I mean, short of him getting like a prison conviction, I don't know what can hold him back.
Hmm.
I don't know what can hold the guy back. We just saw what he did at the Aero, and
Hmm.
I see nothing short. Is there any chance 2024 Player of the Year, Scottie Scheffler? Do we get a slam next year? Do we get a grand slam?
Geez, that's a tough one, isn't it?
I mean, if he shows up, I don't know if it's tough.
I don't know.
If he participates and he can make it through without any injuries, which I don't know that I've ever heard about any injuries of Scottie Scheffler. I mean, isn't he? It's. I mean, I think that's now that probably is available to bet,
Mm. I don't know.
and
I don't know. Yeah.
short of an injury, which if he's got an injury, he probably wouldn't play, which probably means that you don't the wager is null and void because he's a non-participant.
Mhm.
I think there could be something there. I don't know.
There could be. Could be. All right. And then we got, have you seen this news?
What are we talking about here? No. But so we got the bear. What's the bear saying? What's he doing?
He's gonna be in Happy Gilmore too.
Is he really?
Yes.
Okay. Well,
Sandler
we
said he's in Happy Gilmore. Yeah.
we love this. We love
Yeah.
this. What about Chubbs? Is Chubbs? Can he? Now they'll
I
have to
don't
do
know.
him
I
in
don't know how
spirit.
Chubbs is gonna make an
They'll
appearance.
have to do him in spirit, I guess.
Yeah.
Which they've done before. So
Yeah. That's good.
Adam
Good for Jack.
Sandler revealed that Jack makes. Oh yeah, well, good for Jack. Good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that's probably the most positive thing that's happened to golf in the past 3 years.
Mm-hmm.
Is Jack
Exactly.
announcing that? Is that Sandler saying Happy Gilmore Do is coming out and Jack's going to be in it?
Apparently, they could not afford Cantlay.
Oh, well, I mean, the role probably required a hat. And he, I'll do it. I'll do it, and I'll accept all the terms, but I ain't wearing a fucking hat.
Man, we beat up on Cantlay today. God Lord.
Yeah, couldn't
Uh,
happen to a nicer.
that's what I was thinking.
Couldn't happen to a nicer fella. What a little prick. All
Little
right,
prick.
so I got a couple more things. Um, oh, did I tell you about Bryson DeChambeau just signed a? I never told you. Q School just finished, by the way.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Hmm.
Allegedly one of the hardest weeks in golf.
Hmm.
And here are the six players. So I'm gonna
Okay.
read these off.
All right.
You tell me out of these six players, how many are you? Just give me a yes or a no after I say the name that you're
Hmm.
familiar with,
Hmm.
that you might have even placed a wager on and or included them in a DraftKings lineup. Lanto Griffin,
Oh yeah. Love Leto. Yeah.
Hayden Buckley,
Yep.
Takumi Kananawa.
Mm, you got me there.
All right. Well, he has started. He has made some starts. Alejandro Tosti,
Oh well, that's gonna be a good one.
Will Chandler,
Hmm.
and the sixth, the final qualifier. The only one that's not made a PGA start ever is Matthew Rydell.
No. Okay.
I find it interesting that they've got this Q school. I get it, but it's like I don't know. I mean, Lanto's like in his mid 30s. Nothing wrong with him being in his mid 30s, but Lanto's in his mid 30s.
Hmm.
Hayden Buckley, I don't think he's that young either. Toasty, he was a DP player, but I mean, good for them that they played their way on. But is this good for the? It's good for them. I mean, they've got a card now, and they're gonna, they've got they're gonna be able to show up to some tournaments. But I mean, did this really do anything for golf? Because none of those names, well, five of the names, haven't really made a difference. You
Yeah.
got one fella that could have. I don't know that this really did anything. I don't know if it moved the needle, Nan.
No, I don't think this is gonna move the needle for sure. Um, are you surprised we haven't seen any live signings yet?
Oh, we actually there was one.
There was one. Okay.
There was one. Not a PGA Tour player. He was he played. He was I forget the dude's name. I should know this. You know how I have a fondness for the Orient.
Hmm.
Um, I think it was he might have been from Thailand, maybe.
Okay.
But they did sign a gent that was an old chap, as they would say. Um, but that's the only one. And yes, quite frankly, I am surprised that I'm surprised. I really thought we were going to see something when Tony Finau, when he opted out of the Grant Thornton Invitational
Hmm.
this week.
Hmm.
I thought that was kind of writing on the wall right there. But it said he's you remember when he was bouncing around like a deer at the par three and he rolled
Yeah.
his ankle? I guess he's
Yeah.
still dealing
Hmm.
with that ankle injury.
Oh,
So
that
way to
was
act.
kind of wicked.
Wait, wait.
That was like a Mel Gibson Lethal Weapon kind of thing, you know?
It was, yeah. He
Oh,
popped it right back in place.
hmm.
Yeah, to
Hmm.
slam the old shoulder into the fridge. Yeah, love that.
You want to talk a little TV? Are we done? We done with sports?
We're probably done with sport. Yeah, we got a couple things to catch up on. Let's talk
All
about
right. You
TV.
want to go with Landman first?
I mean, I don't know what else there's on.
There is one more that I've kind of gotten into, but
Okay, all right. Landman, this week's episode.
mm,
Wow,
fantastic,
wow.
fantastic. I
It's
mean, it's I
it.
think it's the best thing he's ever written. Like
I
this show.
So somebody, I was talking to a constituent the other day, and they were asking like, yeah, outside of boozing it up and watching golf, what else do you? Wow, I watch Landman.
Hmm.
And this individual says they haven't experienced a lot of Taylor Sheridan um, writings, shows.
Yeah.
And the question was, which show should I watch? What should I start with? I'm like,
Right.
hands down, no questions asked. You just start with Landman because
Landman. The
it's the
best.
best thing. Yeah. Now, with the caveat, and I did mention, I did say this. I said, if you're not a Billy Bob Thornton fan, like if Billy Bob, like if the Angelina Billy Bob thing just totally puts you off, and you can't get there because you're not a Billy Bob fan, you're not gonna like Landman.
Who's not a Billy Bob fan?
I don't
We can't be
know.
friends. We
I
can't be
don't know.
friends if you're not a Billy Bob fan.
Well, we can't be friends.
Yeah.
No, we can be because I love Billy Bob Thornton. Somebody asked me what my
No, not
favorite.
you and me.
No, no. Well, I mean, what
Yeah.
could be.
Yeah.
We
Could be.
don't, we
Could be
don't we don't have
crossed.
to be friends to have a show.
We could be crossed.
Well, we could be, but I don't think
Say
we
when.
are. I don't think we are. So, I mean, it continues to. Somebody asked me what my favorite. Oh, so hold on. So we'll be back to Landman Independent. Somebody asked me what my favorite Christmas show was. I threw a couple out there. What's your favorite Christmas show? And I say this, it's relevant to Billy Bob, is why I bring it up.
I mean,
I
Bad
think
Santa's pretty high
I
up
think
there.
it's fucking
Yeah.
awesome. I
I
mean,
love that. I love Bill Murray Scrooged.
oh, Bill Murray Scrooge is good. That is good too. But bad. I mean, I don't
Bad
know. It's
Santa's
like
good.
Is it like one of the best ones? I don't
It's it's awesome. It's great with a kid. Well, you want a sandwich? How much lettuce and all? It was great. It was
know. It
great.
is great. I do love that.
Yeah.
I think that's wonderful. And yes, by the way, Die Hard is a Christmas movie.
Dang right. It's also a watch movie.
It is a watch movie, as a matter of fact. So what did you like about this week's episode? What did it do for you?
Well, I love the it was I gave me kind of like when they were spoilers, if you haven't seen it, turn it off because we're gonna spoil
Nah,
some
you'll
stuff.
watch it anyway. There's entertainment value here.
I know, but I don't like to spoil.
Nobody's listening to the show anyway, Dan.
I know, I know. I liked it when they were when he got to the hospital and he saw the kid, and then I don't know what the big guy's name is, and he's like, "You got any plans?" He goes, "I'm waiting on you." And then it gave me the town kind of feeling. I'm like, "Oh yeah, this is
Ooh,
the town, the
yeah. So
town, yeah."
what? You got any plans tonight? So do as soon as you tell me.
Yeah. So
Oh
in the
yeah,
remember in the town, he's like, I can't tell you why, I can't tell you where. We're gonna go F some guys up, whatever he said. The same kind of
yeah,
feeling.
yeah,
I love
yeah.
that. Yeah, yeah. I like that one. And then I thought the John Hamm scene was cool at his house. I thought that was cool.
I thought it was. Yeah, I thought it was too. Demi Moore is kind of surprising in this thing, huh?
Yeah.
Are we gonna get? Um, well, AI just slipped in, and yes, Die Hard is a Christmas movie.
Oh, good, 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 good.
We had a handler come in, Dan. They're qualifying things on the show. AI was overridden by the lady from the Orient. The handler has spoken and says
That's right.
yes.
That's right. That's right.
Could be our trivia question for the day.
Mhm.
Well, not trivia, but just a poll question. What do you think about Die Hard? Is it or is it not a Christmas movie?
I love Die Hard. Yeah,
I do.
the
So do
original. I
I.
like all the Die Hards actually, but the first three are my like the ones.
Yeah, it got a little weird
Towards
at
the
the end.
towards like it was 4, 5, 6. I don't know, but I don't know the last one, but I liked them all for the most
So,
part. The first couple were really the first number one, number two, number three. I loved all this one.
all right, so
You didn't like
two
those?
things. Number one was awesome.
Yeah.
Number one just totally delivered, man. I mean, that was a whole new experience for me
Yeah.
in the movie watching.
Hmm.
What did he say? It's welcome to the party, Al.
Yeah. Exactly.
So hold on, back to Landman
Yeah.
and Demi. It's
Yeah.
a little awkward the way that she's like involved but
Yeah.
not involved.
Yeah. There's more. She's there for a reason.
There's no reason. There's no reason Demi Moore is boning John Hamm, and she has like a swimming scene.
Yeah.
Bringing over. Demi Moore ain't no I'm bringing over a cocktail scene kind of gal.
No. No.
I mean, not since Bruce Willis duped her on Moonlighting or whatever
Yeah. Yeah.
one of their first movies was.
Exactly. Exactly.
There's no chance that Demi Moore is it because she's had some work done. She's all tuned up. She's ditched Ashton Kutcher.
Yep.
I mean, she's on the
Yep.
market.
Yep.
and she's looking for something. So you think that something is I think she's going to be like an insider. She's going to be a mole. I think she's going to start leaking things. Either that or Billy Bob is going to start making moves.
Either that or part of me, I don't know. It just if I'm guessing out loud, just having watched a lot of TV, it could be like her money that he used to start the oil company.
Oh, and it's just not a woman's industry kind of thing.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
you
yeah,
you
yeah,
have
yeah.
I'm
Like
having
she's
to
really in charge. Yeah, yeah,
could be.
yeah.
That's pretty good. Have you been thinking about this?
Kind of.
Hmm, I can tell. I guess if I'd read those lead sheets, I'd know know the directions that you were heading.
Yeah,
Yeah, so
great one, great episode, great
great
episode.
episode. Yeah, it continues to get. I mean, I've not been disappointed once.
Mm-mm. Nope.
Lots of talent to look at,
Yep. Yep.
and yeah, I think it's. Do you think we'll have more than one season of Landman?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. This thing can go on and on and on. There'll be a new gang or something coming in, but we haven't had a Waffle House scene yet.
It's never too early for a Waffle House scene.
That's right. Odessa.
It's never too early for a Waffle House scene. Clothing optional, by the way.
That's right.
Clothing optional,
That's
and
right.
they got you got to get the touch tune things. They fuck the jukebox up.
Yeah.
You gotta type it in now. It's all digital shit. Get out
Hmm.
of here. Um, you said you had another.
Oh yeah. Okay. All right.
Anything else on
On
Landman?
Landman, I'm trying to think back
Other
to the
than you. Oh,
episode.
so hold on. I don't know if I finished my statement. My
No, go ahead.
thought.
Yeah. Hmm.
What I so the individual that was asking me, it's like, what should I start with? Like if I've heard a lot of things
Landman.
about Taylor Sheridan, and I've heard. I mean, is there any question? Is there any question of what you should start with?
Landman. So I'll tell you right now, Landman's the only one of his shows for the not movies but shows that I would rewatch for entertainment.
Oh, yes.
I'm not going to rewatch Yellowstone. I'm not going to rewatch
No,
Tulsa King. I will rewatch
no.
Landman. It's that good. The dialogue is that good.
It is that good. It is. It's like everything about it is entertaining.
Yeah.
And I mean, again, I think I've said this before. It could be a bit. It could be fictitious,
Hmm.
and they could be you taking some liberties and expanding on some things.
Expounding. Yeah. Hmm.
Expounding. Um, but I do think that there are some quippets in there that they drop that are relative to the industry.
Yep.
Now, I don't know that I would hold them factual in front of Congress,
Yep.
but I do think for a layperson that doesn't know anything about the oil industry, I think there's a lot of insights in there.
Yep. Oh, I love it. Yeah. Yeah.
All right, what's next?
All right. So it started off as an older show, and I never watched the show because the premise I really wasn't into. And
Oh, is this Squid Games? Are you talking about Squid Games?
I went fishing last week. No, yeah, no, no. But I really wasn't into this premise. I don't like serial killers. I don't like blood. But then they came out with a new season like 2 years ago, and I was like,
Mm.
there was not much on at the time. I'm like, it was like probably during the middle of COVID or something. I'll give it a try, and loved the season. And I'm like, okay. So I went back and rewatched like the first 8 seasons, and I'm like, it was
Oh,
fucking bad,
don't. I want to guess. Don't tell me.
fucking
Go ahead.
badass show.
Go. I want to
But
guess.
now
I want to guess.
but now they're come out. They have a new season, and it's like the prequel. And it
Ah,
started off,
did
and
you
it's
did you fall for this trap? You fell for this trap because I think I know what it is.
go ahead, go ahead.
No, you continue.
I'm just
Continue
saying,
on.
I watched the first episode of the prequel last night. I'm like, I didn't think I was gonna like it, but I'm like,
Did it
this is
deliver?
so fucking good. Yes,
Really?
yes, yes.
I mean, is it Landman quality or is it
No,
like,
no, but
huh?
it's different. It's different. I mean, I don't like serial killers and I don't like blood, but man, I love
Okay,
that freaking show.
so the show that you're describing,
Hmm.
what was the main character was
Hmm.
also a character on an HBO show
I think so.
called
Yeah.
6 Feet Under.
Yep.
Where they were
Exactly.
at the
Yep.
funeral home.
Yep.
Yeah.
Michael C. Hall. Yep. Hmm.
So, uh, advocate for the alternative lifestyle. What
Hmm.
wonderful actor.
Hmm.
Can support all things, all things. And yeah, Dexter is what you're
Dexter.
referencing.
Dexter. Have you ever watched the whole series of Dexter?
No,
You
I've
should
never
watch Dexter. It is
I've
so
never.
freaking
Do
good.
you have to do it with your clothes on? I mean, does it matter? So clothing, like, is if you do it clothed, is it a
Mhm.
different experience than if you do it unclothed?
I don't know the premise of which it's a great show. And in the new one where it's the prequel.
Is he in the new one?
He narrates it.
Okay. All right. So he gives
He
you he sets everything up for you.
he's narrating throughout the whole thing, right? Just like he did in the first one. He was narrating
Yeah, yeah.
all through
Yeah.
them, right?
Yeah.
But his dad's played by Christian Slater. They got Buffy the Vampire Slayer in
Ooh.
there. They
Ooh,
got Patrick
I
Dempsey
like
in
both of
there.
those people.
Yeah,
Christian
so
Slater, he's still alive?
yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
I hadn't seen
yeah.
him in forever. And
So
you
it's
Patrick Dempsey?
yep, yep. He plays a cop.
What was his name? Doctor Beautiful or
Yeah,
Doctor
yeah.
Blue Eyes
Doctor,
or
whatever. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
whatever he
Yep,
was?
yep, yep.
I never watched that show, whatever that
Yeah,
show
that show. I didn't watch it either,
doctor
but
show. I didn't watch that one.
hell, a Porsche guy. He loves Porsche.
Well,
But yeah, no.
he ain't the only one.
Hey, man, that's right. That's right. We got some vintage. Oh, you got some vintage. Yeah, you should check it out. I would. You can check out
Dexter.
the first season of. You can check this new season if you want to. I think it's on what Showtime, and
Did-
the
if
first
I
one was
haven't
yesterday.
if I haven't watched any of the previous Dexters, will the second one make sense to me? I
Yeah,
mean,
it's just
I know the
it's a prequel.
premise. I
It's a
know
prequel.
I know it's a serial killer thing, and I know it's he's like a vigilante kind of serial killer, right? I
Hmm.
mean, he's doing it for
The
he's
right
killing
reason.
people for all the right reasons.
Yeah,
I don't
yeah,
know.
yeah, yeah,
Only said a sociopath.
yeah.
I guess
Exactly.
a psychopath at that point, but
So the way I started was the one that came out like 2 years ago, and then I went all the way back and watched them all, and then yeah, so good, man, so good.
so it delivers. Huh. All
Yeah,
right. All right. Well, maybe some holiday watching if you get tired of
you sh
watching
yeah,
the Christmas Story.
yeah.
And
And I never thought I would like Dexter. I hate freaking blood and all that. Ugh.
I don't think I like it. I mean,
But it's not that bloody. It's not that bloody. That's the thing.
I don't care about the blood. It's just, are there any booze and golf in it?
No booze. There's probably booze, but no golf. It is in Miami.
Well, there's a lot of golf courses
And
in the South
yeah,
Florida area,
yeah,
so I mean, there could be something there.
yeah.
All right. Well, you know what? Just because I'm trying to mend our relationship,
Hmm. You're
uh,
gonna give it a whirl.
I watched the new.
You don't watch the prequel.
I
Well,
watched
he's
the
not in the prequel. You should watch like season 8 first because he wasn't in. He's
season
actually in there.
8.
I think. Let me see. I'll look it up while you're doing that. Let me look it
Season
up.
8.
I think it's season 8.
Well, what am I going to do with season 1 through 7?
Well, you can watch those too. Yeah.
Where would I find that? On Netflix? This is a Netflixable thing?
I think it's Showtime. Yeah. Dexter.
Mm, I don't know. I feel like there may be a little setup here. I
Mm-mm.
feel like you're
No.
duping me and you're going to
Yeah,
go,
season 8. Season 8 came out and uh no, wrong one. Hmm.
that's fine. I can find season 8. I can at
No, you
least
should
count
watch
to 8.
called Dexter New Blood or something like that. Yeah.
Dexter New. Is that the new one?
It was the one that was before this one.
Okay. All right. I don't know.
Yeah,
Maybe.
2021. I told you, right in the middle of COVID. And I'm like, well, there's nothing on, so I'll watch that. And damn, it was good. Yeah,
I'm going to be busy watching the Showdown
it was
on a
it's so
repeat.
good.
So,
So good. So good.
I'll be and Landman. I'm going to Landman and the Showdown back to back.
Yeah.
Speaking of, somebody mentioned Red Zone. Have you seen Red Zone? I think
Mm-mm.
it's called Red Zone. It's
What is it?
I think it's a Netflixer. It's got The Rock and some
Oh,
other.
I've seen a poster for it. Yeah.
You know what I said as soon as somebody, as soon as they told me that, you know what I said?
What's
I'm like,
that?
all right, as soon as I see the fucking Rocks in it, delete. Like,
Delete. Yeah.
don't ever.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm Prime. I'm like,
Yeah.
don't ever. No, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
No. Mm-mm.
Mm-hmm.
The only thing I'm watching with The Rock in it is like WrestleMania from 1999. I don't even know
Mm-hmm.
when he started wrestling, but yeah, no, thank you, no, thank you, Rock. But I did hear negative reviews about that. I can't, not firsthand. This is secondhand because I didn't watch it, but it came from a reliable source, and I'm gonna just take their word for it.
There you go. Yeah.
So you want to waste your time watching that over the holidays? Holiday plans. Speaking of
Holiday plans. Heading up to
holiday,
the mountains. What about you?
ooh,
Heading to the hills.
Heading for the hills, are you?
Hmm.
It's just almost like COVID 2.0.
That dag loves it over there.
Does she?
Oh yeah.
Does she? She
Oh yeah.
likes the. Now, can you cut the dag loose in the mountains?
We might. Yeah.
Did you get the collar that I recommended, by the way?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. She's got a collar.
Is it working good?
Oh yeah.
Give her a little buzz if she needs one. Yeah,
Every
yeah.
day.
Does she listen to it?
Yeah,
Sometimes.
most of the time. Most of the time. I'll tell you that the challenge with her is chasing cars. Like she's on a leash, but
Oh, isn't
anything
that
that
a
moves.
song?
I think it is. I think it is. I think it's a band too. Yeah. But no, that's the challenge. So she's still young, but we're working with her. She does have a collar. We do use it.
Dixie is man, that collar's got her tuned right up. We that new pad here,
Hmm.
new HQ. She
Hmm.
got no issues, man. She loving it. She loving it.
Hmm. Hmm.
So you're heading to the mountains.
Hmm. Yep.
Any snow in the forecast?
It's gonna get cold. It's gonna be a high of like
What's in the
40,
mountains? It's supposed to
40s.
get it's
Yeah, no,
supposed to get cold.
I
It's in the
like cold.
mountains.
Yeah, I like cold in the mountains. Yeah. So I
I mean,
like it. And I don't think there's snow,
especially
but
not traveling much, and you're just kind of sitting around bulking up. I mean, you
mhm.
got a lot of energy, heat built up in there.
Exactly. So next week is going to be like some couple, let's see, Sunday, Monday, high of 35, 36. Yeah,
Yeah,
no snow though. Yeah.
yeah. We got to make a what's the Porsche Club doing here? Porsche Club of Chattanooga. We'll be heading up to. Got to make a run to Kentucky, a little pit stop in Kentucky,
Ooh.
and take the hound. The hound loves it up there too
Oh
because
yeah.
there's a lot of property and almost always deer. So
Hmm.
she loved to chase those. She loved to chase those deer. So we'll do that. Then we got to make. We got a lot of stops to do, man. I made a suggestion, and I'm like, you know what? We should really be traveling somewhere exotic during the week of Christmas because without that, there's a lot of traveling and a lot of stops that happen. Now, granted, they're worthwhile stops.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, Dixie agrees. And but it's a lot of moving around. It's
Yeah.
not a lot of rest. And most of the places you get to, it's a new experience every time, right? So
Yeah.
so you gotta relive from haven't seen you in so long. Let's get down. And so then we get down.
That's right. That's right.
But I don't know. I think I'm gonna play the cards a little different next year.
Yeah. You can hit
Yeah,
south.
I think HQ1 is going to, yeah, I don't know where exactly, but it's going to be somewhere. It's going to be somewhere different.
Okay.
I don't know where that's going to be. Out of the country.
Okay.
Feliz Navidad.
Oh, Mexico.
Out of the country. Out of the
Mexico.
country.
Hmm.
It could be Spain.
Oh, Spain. Nice. Nice.
I would say Feliz Navidad in Portuguese, but I don't know no Portuguese, so I won't do that.
We
But
do
yeah, but I
speak
think
port.
I do speak port, and I love. Ooh, that's one of my favorite times of year to have to sip on a nice port wine.
Nice
By the way,
tawny. Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, I'd love
Yeah.
to get a little tawny.
Yeah.
So yeah, so it'll be pretty. I'd like to say it's going to be uneventful, but that's probably not the case here. So I do have. I'm asking for one Christmas miracle, Dan,
Okay.
and I want that Christmas miracle to be because I think for the past
Okay.
what is for the past 4 years. Well, this would be the fourth year. So for
Okay.
the past 3 years,
Hmm.
I've contracted not a VD, not a VD, but I've contracted. I've acquired
Hey,
COVID.
audience, you guessed wrong.
You know you did. Hey, clean bill of health here, boys and girls. Don't you worry. Trust me. Um,
Uh,
I hope I don't get COVID over
yeah.
Christmas. Is what I
Yeah.
hope.
Well, you know
Son
what
of
they
a
say about
bitch.
that? You got to wear the mask.
Well, I mean, I try to keep it flushed out with alcohol, but I don't know. Somebody tried to give me some ivermectin one time, like the cattle stuff that Trump said he was taking. I may have took it. I don't, it didn't
Uh,
work.
I
Didn't
think
work.
you had good luck. You were in Vegas and you said you didn't get the COVID there.
No, I didn't get the
Things are
vid,
they're looking up. They're
but I'm
looking
like a
up.
vid magnet, man.
Yeah.
I'm like, I probably had it like, I don't know, 7 times now.
Yeah.
Um,
Well, maybe
I
you're immune
think
now. Maybe you have your own herd immunity.
maybe, man, it's possible. It's possible. That
I
could
got
be,
all the strands.
could be a thing. Uh, yeah, er one of them. I don't need the vaccine because I've done had them all.
There's my Blanton's bottles. There's my Blanton stops, and there's my COVID strands.
Exactly. I just put them right up on the wall. Let's see what else has had. No, so it'll be yeah, pretty low key, pretty low key. And but lots of visiting. Get to catch up with a lot of folks I haven't seen in a while. I hope the weather kind of is doesn't just completely suck. I'd like to get a round or two of golf in.
Yeah, it's
I
good
don't
times.
know. I mean, we're in the here in the South. We haven't hadn't had a lot of rain, and we've kind of happened upon a rainy season. So
Mm,
it's yeah, I was going to play the Cove yesterday, but
yeah.
rain and whatnot, and I'm like, and
Did you
homie
do
don't
the
need to.
ugly sweater? Was there an ugly sweater this year or no?
I did not. I actually so
Was there one?
there was one,
Oh,
and it
okay.
looked like it was a great time. Yeah, a lot
It
of
looks
folks
like it.
sent
Yeah.
pictures and said they banged it out. I had a in my professional career,
Oh, yeah. To be in Vegas or
not
something.
the fake career.
Yeah.
I had
Previous engagement. Yeah.
an engagement
Yeah.
that was not it wasn't negotiable. It
Right.
just had to be there. Had to
Yeah.
be there.
Yeah.
Till
Pearl
the,
sucks, man.
till this till this fake podcast till Reebok until they ink that check. Gonna have to do a few keep both ends of the candle burning.
Yeah.
Um, let's see. I don't know if I have anything.
No, I
You
think
know
we're
what?
good. Yeah. Go ahead.
I got a teaser.
Okay.
Got
Good.
a teaser.
Good.
So for anybody that's a friend of the show,
Hmm.
so you won't. Well, you might believe this, Stan. I'm going to go ahead and lay it on you. The 2025 travel schedule is already. I mean, there are already flights booked, baby. There
Mm.
are multiple flights and
Hmm.
multiple hotels at multiple locations booked, and we'll be headed to New York the second week of January. You don't have to tell me now. Well, you can tell me this now, and then we can close out. But I want you to be thinking about this for our
Oh,
opening
I
show
have a comment. I have a comment, but I want you
for
to finish first.
for our 2025 opening show.
Yep.
Then we can get into the things the little black book of New York City.
Did you see that?
I did.
Okay,
I
that's where I was
did.
going. That's where I was
I
going.
did. You're
Give them a
talking
plug.
about the W.
Give them a plug. Yep.
So here's yeah. So the W.M. Brown Project. Go check him out. Matt Horanick, friend of the
Hmm.
show. We're a
Great
friend
guy.
of his.
Yep.
And yeah, the W.M. Brown Project. So it's funny. The consultant that I was mentioning. It's not funny. I mean, it's just reality. The consultant that allegedly may or may not be doing it with us is she that they mentioned. Um, what about a black book for all these locations? It's like that you could and then son of a bitch if Hranick doesn't drop this, of
Oh, good
which
for him. The
I mean,
man's he's
I love it. I love this. I think it's a wonderful thing. But actually we should probably just get him on. And by the way, it's not going to be an NYC Black Book that I want to talk about. It will be for that specific week for that trip, but it's more of a where are you taking people to entertain? And he didn't release it yet, and he's got a lot of names on there, a lot of
yep.
people that aren't fake names
Yep.
like Cal and Dan,
Hmm.
but these are a lot of real people. But I did peruse through.
Look, it's Chase Winfrey. That's Brooks's brother.
Yeah, well, it is. And I did peruse through, and I saw some of the bars that some of these people were or restaurants that they were affiliated with. So
Hmm.
that could be some stops that we make in the city.
Hmm. There's your boy Sid.
Mhm.
Hmm.
Oh yeah, they're Mr. Mashburn. Yeah,
Yep.
that's him.
Yep.
So yeah, good stuff. But be think. Oh, so top three. Do you have a top three in New York? If I said, hey, I'm going to New York tomorrow, do you have a top three that you'd tell me to go to? Top three, anything. Top
Well,
three,
the
anything.
library was always fun.
The library. I don't know if it's still open, but it was always fun.
Yep.
Yep.
Um, Beauty Supply, is that the one?
Beauty supply. Is that the was that the pawn shop kind of
Yeah.
place?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Yeah. Yeah. That,
Mm-hmm.
that was. I need to write that down.
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't remember the name of it. You think it was Beauty Supply? I think it
Mm-hmm.
was Beauty Supply, but it was a speakeasy pawn shop that you went
Mm-hmm.
in that had the
Mm-hmm.
counters and yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then what was the was it Perry Street? We went to Perry Street one time, the restaurant. It was good. That was cool.
That,
I
that
mean,
was cool.
um,
Perry Street's probably still open.
yeah,
I
Perry
don't.
Street, John George restaurant. Yeah, that was
Yeah.
good.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a good one.
Yep.
What? Let me know if you want to know my three that I
Oh,
that's
dude, I do want to know your three. Sorry.
that are like well, you don't have to. You don't
Oh,
have to
I
know
want to
them.
know.
It could
Yeah.
be a teaser. It could be a teaser. You've been to all of them, by the way.
Oh, wait a minute. This one of us going to start with a D.
Dante's.
Dante's.
I mean, where else can you go get a Negroni on tap at for crying out loud?
That's, I mean, you
I
sold.
mean, I don't. Hello.
Hello.
I'm available.
That's right.
I mean, yeah, you want to talk about a sloppy night of a sure thing? You
Hmm.
take me to Dante's, and I'm a sure thing, baby,
Hmm.
every time.
Hmm.
So Dante's, yes. Employees only. What a wonderful place. I got to figure out if we got to have a passcode to get in there.
Oh, yeah. Hmm.
I need to start
Oh, it's called
messaging.
Beauty and Essex is what the other one was called.
Beauty and Essex.
That's it.
Beauty and Essex. By the way, I mean, I could also say Beauty and Essex, but I'm not going to say Beauty and Essex. You know, that place reminded me. Remember Tom Cruise and Nicole Kidman, and they went into
Hmm.
um, the what was that called? Like the sex movie where they
Yep. Yep. Eyes wide shut. Yep.
Eyes Wide Shut.
Yep.
That's what Beauty and Essex reminds me of.
Yeah.
When you walk through, when you after
Yep.
he opens and you walk through,
Yep.
that's what it reminds me of.
Yep.
So Dante's employees only,
Employees only. That's right.
and
Hmm.
uh, what's the? I can't believe it. I can't believe it. Tribeca Grill's always a good one,
Oh, that
but
was a good one. Yeah.
that's a good story. We need to tell that story sometime.
We
I don't know if
will.
we told
We
that
will.
story.
Yep.
So
At the
that was a good
time, it
one.
was a heroic
At the
story.
time, it was. I mean, talk about I want a hero.
Yeah.
Um, where else? Milk and Honey doesn't exist anymore. What's the place that it had the pig outside
Oh,
and it
yeah.
had the hot dogs.
Oh,
That
yeah. I forget that one.
I
Yeah.
gotta look that place up.
Yeah. Hmm.
That's like a must. I
Uh,
remember the bull taking us the
hmm.
bull and a lot
Hmm.
of hot dogs in there that one
Hmm.
night.
Yeah.
Um,
Hold on.
and
Let me look it up for
I,
you.
yeah,
Rudy's.
Rudy's. Is Rudy's still open? I
I
hope it
think
is.
so. I
I
think it
hope
is. Yeah.
Rudy's is still
Yeah.
open. Taking somebody out for a wiener
Yeah.
and a cheap beer.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah, yeah. Rudy's is hard to had a lot of hard to beat.
Mhm. Hard
Hard
to
to beat.
beat. Hard to
And
beat.
those are like just total parallels from each other. Like all three of those places. Like couldn't be farther
Yep.
from anything similar. I mean,
Yep.
that's yeah. Well, I
Well,
guess we'll
you're just like Hermanic, right? And he said in the article, he's like, hey, you know what? I've moved away, but it always pulls me back, and it always changes. You know.
it
So
always, no matter how far I get away, it always sucks me back in.
yep. Yep. You gotta love it.
All
You gotta
right.
love it.
Well, I'm either gonna have to make another drink. We're in the show. I guess we're in the show, and
What-
we'll say thanks for joining us for
Absolutely.
2024.
Hmm.
I hope you join us for 2025. And Dan, anything else for you, Dad?
No, that's it. We'll see you in 2020. We may be back if something comes up, but if not, we'll see you in 2025. So happy New Year and everything. Yeah. We'll say Merry Christmas for now.